Your loved one just got arrested in Texas. You're already panicking, but then you check the jail website and see something that makes your heart sink even further. You see HF immigration or ICE hold on the jail screen. What does that mean? Can you still bail them out? What happens next? I'm Michael Lowe, a board certified criminal defense attorney here in Dallas. Today I'm going to explain exactly what an ICE hold means, what an immigration bond is, and most importantly, the critical mistakes you need to avoid if you want any chance of keeping your loved one in the United States. Stay with me because one wrong move here could mean permanent deportation. Let me break down what happens when someone who isn't a U.S. citizen gets arrested in Texas. When you're arrested, whether it's for a DWI, unpaid traffic tickets, or something more serious like assault, you get fingerprinted. Those fingerprints get run through state and federal databases almost immediately. If those databases cannot confirm you're a U.S. citizen or that you have legal authorization to be in the country, ICE gets notified through something called the Criminal Alien Program, or CAP. This can happen even if you're completely innocent of the criminal charge. You could be wrongfully arrested. The charges might eventually be dropped, but that ICE hold, it's already there. You're now fighting two separate battles: your criminal case under Texas law and an immigration case under federal law. Two different courts, different bond systems, two different sets of consequences. What's an immigration hold? You might see it listed as immigration hold, ICE hold, or HF immigration on the jail website. Here's what it means in plain English. ICE has filed paperwork with the jail saying two things. First, they want to be notified before your loved one is released. Second, they're asking the jail to hold that person for up to 48 hours after they would otherwise be released so ICE can come pick them up and transfer them into federal custody. The moment that ICE paperwork is filed, a completely separate federal case begins. This is now independent from whatever criminal charges led to the arrest. And that means your loved one needs to deal with both cases and both custody situations at the same time. In the criminal system, you fight for a state bond to get released pending trial. But when ICE is involved, there's a second bond called the immigration bond, and it works completely differently. An immigration bond is set by a federal immigration judge, not a state judge. Here's the critical part. Not everyone is eligible for an immigration bond. Under current ICE guidelines and recent case law, specifically the Hurtado decision, if someone entered the United States without inspection, meaning they crossed the border without going through an official port of entry, they may not be eligible for an immigration bond at all. This is something you absolutely need to discuss with an experienced immigration attorney. Even if you are eligible, the immigration judge has to be convinced of two things: that you will show up for future court dates and that you're not a danger to the community. Only then will they set a bond amount. And it has to be paid on top of any bond from the state criminal case. This is the part you really need to hear. These are the three biggest mistakes I see families make, and one of them can destroy your loved one's chances of staying in this country. Mistake number one: immediately posting a bond on the state case. I know your instinct is to get your loved one out as fast as possible, but listen to me. If you post that state bond without a strategy on the immigration case, ICE will pick them up the moment they're released. Removal proceedings will begin immediately. And here's the worst part: that criminal case doesn't go away just because they got deported. It stays pending forever. There will be a warrant for their arrest that never expires. That means if they ever try to legally return to the United States, they're walking right into an arrest. Mistake number two: pleading guilty or no contest without understanding the immigration consequences. It might seem like a good deal for the criminal case, but a conviction, sometimes even certain deferred adjudications, can make someone automatically deportable or bar them from ever getting an immigration bond. You have to know the immigration consequences before you make any decision on the criminal case. Mistake number 3, not hiring both a criminal defense lawyer and an immigration lawyer. Let me put it this way. If you need back surgery, would you ask your family doctor to do it? Different specialties, different training. Criminal law and immigration law are completely separate fields. I've been practicing criminal defense for decades. I'm board certified in criminal law, but I'm not an immigration attorney. I know the criminal system inside and out, but my clients facing immigration consequences also need an immigration lawyer who knows that system inside and out. You need both specialists working together. That's how you win. So what should you do? Here's the right approach. Step number 1, hire a qualified criminal defense lawyer. You have the right to fight your criminal case, and a good lawyer might find defenses you didn't know existed. An outright dismissal, a no bill from the grand jury, a not guilty verdict. These are difficult outcomes to achieve, but I've achieved them many times, and they might be your loved one's best path to staying in the country. Step number 2, explore every possible avenue for a dismissal. Don't just accept whatever deal is offered. Push for the best possible outcome on the criminal side. Step number 3, get immigration advice on every decision. Before accepting any plea deal, before posting any bond, you need an immigration attorney to tell you exactly the consequences. Will this conviction make your loved one deportable? Will it bar them from an immigration bond? You need these answers. If you're in the Dallas area, here's some important information. ICE field office is located at 8101 North Stemmons Freeway. That's where detainees are initially processed after leaving state custody. From there, they're typically taken into the Lew Sterrett Justice Center downtown, and within about a week transferred to either the Rolling Plains Detention Center in Haskell or Prairie Land Detention Facility. I'll put links to these facilities in the description below. Look, I know this is overwhelming. When a family member is sitting in jail on an ICE hold, it feels like the walls are closing in, but there are options. You just need the right team fighting for you. If you or someone you love is facing criminal charges with immigration consequences here in Texas, I'm here to help with the criminal side. Visit dallasjustice.com or call my office for a consultation. Thank you very much.